Sarah.
Mom,
Welcome to Love
lore,
Lemonade.
lemonade.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We want to see you next week.
So we are drinking different things today. I'm drinking water in this cup, because I have an emotional support cup, and then I have it's lemonade, but I mix Sprite instead of water, so
Oh, I do
it's
that
like raspberry lemonade. Yeah, I'm excited. Normally it doesn't mix in very well, so I'm hopeful this time that it works.
You know what the trick to that is? Is mix it with like this much water first
Oh,
so it dissolves and then pour like the Sprite or the ginger ale in.
well, that's a tip for next time
Yes,
because
because that is my little tidbit trick of the day because I do the same thing a lot. I'll do like it with ginger ale and it's like so potent and it
hmm
doesn't like mix well. So I learned if I put this much water, mix it, then pour the ginger ale in, it's
I'm gonna try that next time. That would definitely
yeah,
solve the problem.
yeah, I totally get it. I am drinking just good old water today. It's hot and humid here, so I need to hydrate.
Yeah, I get that. So, what current reads are you up to right now?
So, like I have said in past episodes and on my Bookstagram, I have a 3-month-old. The reading is slow pace right now. But thankfully, he did start daycare this week. So I have been reading more. Yes, so exciting. And I'm so close to finishing Throne of Glass. And I'm getting nervous because like it's really getting good now. I think I'm like
hmm
70% in. And then I was reading an arc. It's called Man Eater by Morgan Elizabeth, I think. I don't know if that is her last name, but I think it is. It's really good. I love yes, Man Eater by Morgan Elizabeth. It comes out tomorrow, so it's very exciting.
Oh,
And I am halfway through the arc, which is taking me forever, but I will get my review up probably by the time this episode's posted. My review will be up, and the book will be out, so everybody can go read it.
that's
Um,
so exciting.
yes, and then I'm trying to get back into Crescent City again, but I'm also like I'm reading Throne of Glass. I shouldn't yet read 2 Sarah J. Maas books because that's just too complicated for my brain when I'm sleep deprived. So I think I'm gonna stick to Throne of Glass, finish the Throne of Glass series, and then go back to the Crescent City series.
And then try again.
Yeah. What are you currently reading?
Well, I've got a whole stack of things next to me right now.
Oh,
So, I grew up reading Louis L'Amour books with my dad and listening to the theatrical adaptation audio book situation. And one of my favorite characters is Chick Bowdry. So I picked these up from the library, and he writes westerns, like real 1800s westerns.
mm,
And he backs it up with a lot of history stuff too. So that's been kind of fun reading all the historical notes from real Texas Rangers and things. So I'm currently reading this one. It says Beaudry's Law, but that's just because it's a collection of several short stories. They're all, I'd say,
okay.
20 pages. And so you just flip through them really fast. What's crazy is that each of those 20 pages turns into an hour-long theatrical adaptation audiobook,
Oh,
which is crazy, but I love it. So I picked up this CD from the library, and of course the glare is gonna get it. And I'm actually reading both of them that's on this CD are in this book. So I'm gonna read it and then I'm gonna listen to it. I'm very excited. But
yeah.
they have all the gunshots, they have all the horse, the water, the they have several different actors for all the different voices. They've got the rain coming down. They've got
Yeah.
thunderclaps. It's all of the things. So,
That's the one issue I have with audiobooks is when it's one voice actor for the whole thing.
mhm,
Like that's what I'm going through with Throne of Glass because I'm reading it on my Kindle, but then I also am listening to it on Spotify via the audiobook, and it's just
mhm.
one person, and I have a really hard time, and it took me forever And then I was like, this would be like a lot easier for me to listen to if it was more than one person.
That's why I really like The Fellowship of the Ring and the other Lord of the Rings books, is because Andy Serkis does it, and he does like 132 different voices or something. And so I think it's different when you have like a voice actor who's done like animation and things
Yeah.
versus like a audiobook narrator. And I've heard some really great audiobook narrators, but I think sometimes it's really hard to follow. I agree. When there's just one voice that really doesn't change inflection for different characters.
Yeah.
And then my sister, we've got a huge age gap. There's like 23 years between us. So we're trying to connect. Now that I'm an adult and I'm married, she's an adult, she's married, and we're still sort of in different stages of life. I don't have kids, her kids are graduating. But we're trying to connect. So she recommended me these two books. It's The Incredible Winston Brown by Sean Dietrich, and then Kinfolk by Sean Dietrich. And so they're like historical fiction, contemporary fiction. They're not really romance novels, but she really likes books that are really realistic. So I'm excited. This is not my normal genre, but I am just excited to try them, to connect with her and talk with them about it. So
yeah, I mean,
they're
I like
big
the cover
books,
of that
though.
one.
Yeah, they're really pretty covers. I don't know who did the cover art for them. I can try and look really quick. But no, I don't see it. That's strange. It was published with the Bindery Agency and HarperCollins Christian Publishing.
Okay.
So maybe it's just an in-house person for them.
Maybe.
And then I'm working on a buddy read with Ash still. It's Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. Still really good. But we're both annotating, so it's taking us a lot longer.
Yeah.
But we're having a lot of fun with it, so.
I mean, that's good. That's like, I feel like that's always the point. Oh, sorry, I just hit my mic. That like you're having fun with it. So like, who cares how long it takes?
Yeah, and I'm excited because once we're done with it, we're going to ship it to each other, so we have our friends' notes, and then we can annotate it with our notes again.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited for that, to see like what they're thinking, because there's some parts that I'm like, oh, what about this foreshadowing? And we've talked some. We haven't talked much about the book because we kind of want to, like, I've been wanting it to be more of a surprise of my thoughts.
Yeah.
So it feels more natural when you're reading it. But it's very intriguing, and I'm excited to see what Ash thinks at certain spots where I'm like, I wonder if this connects.
Yeah.
And then I'm reading The Lovely Bones still. It's just taking me a little bit longer. I think because it's not a romance novel, and I tend to read romance or thrillers, and this is not quite either, I feel like.
Yeah.
But I like it. So we'll see. And then I say that, and then I pull out this book that I'm like devouring. It's The Hunt for Red October by Tom Clancy. It's a Jack Ryan novel. It is set in the Cold War time, so JFK, all that Soviet Union stuff. It's about a submariner defecting from the Soviet Union to the US. And it's very intriguing. And I watched the movie. The movie has Sean Connery in it. So,
okay.
Very good movie. But I watched that when I was little. I have been trying to read or watch a lot of things that I did with my dad when I was little. Because I have I have a different perspective on a lot of those things now.
Yeah.
And also, a lot of the words in here, I probably could have understood context clues. I was reading, when I was in 8th grade, I was reading like at a college level. But now I actually understand the implications of the Cold War and everything. So, It's been a really good read. Highly recommend.
I
I
might have
would
to read
say
it.
I would. I would say though that there's a lot of military jargon in it, so you just kind of have to use your context clues and go, okay, it's a military ship or something, and
Yeah.
just move on. But it's good. It's fun. I started it this weekend. We went up to see that sister and my other we all the siblings were up there.
Gotcha.
Most of the siblings were up there, and we had time to read because it was just to hang out at her house. She has a pool. There's pickleball. There's
Fun.
TV. They have like actual like poll cues and everything.
Oh,
And so
wow.
it just was hang out and play games and talk to each other and
Yeah.
just sit with each other. So that's when I started reading it. And then I got into it and was like, I gotta pause so I can actually talk to my family.
Don't you hate that when you're, like, really into it and you're like, "You
Yeah.
need to stop."
I'm like, I need to take a break.
Yeah. Okay, not to, like, jump off of our agenda, but I've had something that I wanted to bring up because I
Mhm.
saw it on Threads, and I just wanted to know your opinion on it because
Mhm.
I kind of feel bad because I was doing this and I didn't know that it was a thing.
Uh-huh.
So, basically, like, there was this whole, like, argument, and it was on Threads and, like, Book Talk about, like, tagging authors in reviews less than 5 stars. Which,
Mhm.
like, I wasn't tagging authors in reviews less than 4 stars, but even people were like, even 4 stars. And I was like, I feel so bad because I didn't know that was a thing, but I also
Yeah.
wasn't, like, critiquing the book. Like,
Yeah.
and I think that's what the majority of people were saying, like, if you're critiquing it, then, like, don't tag the author. But, like, I had all good things to say. Like,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, I was like, am I a bad person?
So I've seen that discourse too, and my feelings on it is it's kind of up in the air. So if it's 5 stars, I tend to tag them in it. I've seen some people be like, I don't want to be tagged in reviews at all, which is completely fair. So
Yeah.
I've come to just tag them, and then if I know that particular author doesn't like to be tagged at all, I don't. But then in anything, I think I've tagged people in 4 stars before, or like 4.5 stars, but anything lower than that, I don't tag.
Yeah,
I,
same.
which I feel like is just kind of common courtesy. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's been a discussion for a long time that reviews are for readers.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know several authors who review other people's books,
Yeah.
but they don't go into their own reviews, which I think is kind of like a common conversation. But
Yeah.
I I don't know what would possess a person to be like, I'm gonna tag this author. Because if
Yeah, I
you
don't
don't
know either.
like if you give a book a 1 star and it's for, I guess if you rate a book 1 star because it's racist, homophobic, things like that, call the author out, sure. Um, but if it's because you don't like the book,
Yeah,
period, it's
then
just not your book, don't call the author out. Don't reach out to the author.
yeah,
Stop reading. Give it the 1 star and describe why you don't like it. So if other people read that, there you go. Oh, I also don't like that. I'm not going to read it. Or they go, oh, I do like that. So I do want to read it.
exactly. And I
But
think
don't.
too, like when I'm reading a book 4 stars, usually I can say with certainty 99% of the time it's because it has a third act breakup, and I
Mm,
hate third act breakup. I
me
hate
too.
them. So like usually if it's 4.5 stars, I literally just say like, oh, I love this book. Nothing wrong with it. I'm just not a fan of third act breakups. Like,
There's this one book. It's by Violet Colter. And I'm shouting
mm,
her out because she's an amazing author. And I love her stuff. And she's actually writing the second part to this book that I'm going to tell
oh,
you about right now. Um, and I reached out and was like, well, so I posted about how I liked it, how I'm excited, but I was so mad that she left it on a cliffhanger. And I was joking about it, because I feel like everybody's like, why would you leave it on a cliffhanger?
yeah.
It just that's the nature of a cliffhanger, right? And so it's doing what she wanted it to do. And the second part of the book didn't come out till September, and I think I read it in like January or something. So I was like, but she I talked with her about it, and it was great, and I didn't So, and it had the third act breakup because it's part of a duology. So it has to
Yeah.
have, that's like part of it. But, and I know there's going to be a happy ending in the end, and there's going to be this whole thing, and I'm going to
Yeah.
love it. But I was just so upset in that moment because, like, how could she do this to me? I have to wait like 8 months to get the rest of this book.
Mhm. Let me preface this by saying that I agree with you. Like, if it's a duology or a trilogy, I am okay with a third act breakup. But,
Mm-hmm.
like, if it's a standalone book and there's a third act breakup, I'm like, did we need this? Like, is it
What's
really
this?
conducive to the plot?
Mm-hmm.
I just hit my microphone again. Sorry, guys. I talk with my hands a lot, so, like, I need to keep them here.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with cliffhangers. Like, Iron Flame ended on a cliffhanger, and then I had to wait until Onyx Storm came out. Mind you, I had only read Iron Flame 9 to 10 months before Onyx Storm came out, so I didn't have to wait
Mm-hmm.
as long as other people. But I literally stared at the wall at that cliffhanger and was like, I have to wait this long to read the next book. I was like, and then
That's
Onyx Storm ended on a cliffhanger, kind of. So I was
so
like,
of
what?
course.
Yeah. Um. Well, I'm
I
glad we talked about that discourse because I was like, am I a bad person?
I don't think you're a bad person. I think I've never had any authors reach out and be like, "Hey, please don't tag me in the future." I've seen authors on Threads say, "Hey, don't tag me." So then I
Yeah.
don't tag them, but if they don't say anything to you, I feel like they don't care
Yeah.
or they're just not looking at it. Some people just don't look at things they're tagged in.
Exactly.
Um so I feel like unless they reach out to you and go, "Hey, please don't do that." I feel like
And
it's
of
okay.
Yeah, and of course, like if somebody reached out and was like, "Hey, can you like untag me or like take down the like repost it without tagging me?" I'd be like, "Of
Yeah.
course." Like
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Yeah, sure." Like I totally get that. I'm so sorry. I'm glad you reached out. Like I'm
Yeah.
not. Um, yeah. So I think that's good, and I
Yeah.
think most authors are okay with it.
Mhm.
Especially if you're not full on criticizing the book. You
Yeah.
know, then I would never tag an author because like first of all, I would never do that because like I'll just keep those thoughts to myself. Like
Yeah.
I don't need to be mean. Like
Yeah.
um
I there's a couple books that I've like so I'll critique and I'll be like, well, so it's a little hard to follow if you're unfamiliar with British English, or it's a little hard to follow because it's written more as like a Kindle Vella story would be. So
yeah.
it doesn't quite flow as neatly as you may be used to from a traditionally written story
Mhm.
because it's written more as like episodes. But so if you're not good with that, then maybe this isn't the story, but I still recommend the story for the story.
Yeah, and like I'm that way with certain books where the world building is so much. Like as
Mm,
someone who has ADHD, sometimes it is hard to follow like a book that has so much world building. It's
yeah.
crazy, you know.
That's why
Um
with like Brandon Sanderson books, which I love his books, but it's really hard for me to like stay on topic because there's so much world building. There's also breaks, multiple point of views, and in the breaks it's like a mini story within the story. And you don't
yeah.
know how it connects until you read like 3 or 4 books ahead. And so that's why I'm like Brandon Sanderson is not for everybody because
Yeah.
it's just a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, and that's how I feel with like Sarah J. Maas because a lot of like all of her books they have so much world building and I love it. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes I'm like, oh, I need a filler book because like I can't remember all this and I have to go back and read the chapter again if I'm like
Yeah.
tired or something. Which I have a 3-month-old. I'm always tired, so I'm always rereading chapters or pages. I'm like, wait, what is all this? And I also think I don't know if this ever happens to you. Ever since I was a kid, I get told that I read too fast.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes, like when I was reading out loud in classes and doing popcorn reading, they'd be like, "Oh, like Sarah, slow down," and I was like, "I'm just reading."
Yeah, I'm just reading.
So I think like some of that's like my problem too, like with my ADHD. Like I just read and I'm not comprehending.
I totally get that. I sometimes struggle to, like, when I'm writing reviews, sometimes I have to go back and, like, get the book again because I'll, like, return it and then read more books and then go back and review, like, 5 or 6 books at a time.
Yeah.
And I have to go back and, like, open it because I'll forget main characters' names. And I remember the story, but I don't remember people's names.
Yes, that's
Especially
me.
in Omega verses when there's, 6 main characters.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember everybody's names, and I go, well, there was the rock star, and there was this one, and there was this one, and this person did
Yeah.
this, but I can't tell you their name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
Let's
I
see.
guess that kind of could segue into our favorite tropes conversation.
Yes. Favorite trope.
I
You go first.
love world building because I feel like I see it in my head. So I love when it's deep like that. But it takes me a long time to get into it.
Yeah.
I love Omegaverse. I've talked about this before. What other tropes? I love found family. Found family is like, if it's found family, I'm probably reading it.
Yeah.
And it makes me cry every time. I love second chance stories.
Oh, me too. That was gonna be one of mine. I love Second Chance.
Have you read, what is her name? Hold on, let me pull her up because I cry literally every book of hers I've read. And I read them as the day they come out, I get them.
Yeah.
And then I cry about it. And then I'm anticipating the next one. Let me find her really quick. Because she is so, so good. Maya Alden. Have you read her?
Maybe, I'm not sure. I've read so many books, like so I'm gonna be 27. From the ages of like 21 to 25, I've read so many books that like I can't remember half of them.
I found sometimes where I'll be like, oh, that book looks good, and I'll get it on my Kindle, and it'll go 100%, which means like I've read it before, and I'll go, I read this, and then I start
Me.
reading, and then I remember, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this was a really good book. I'm glad I'm rereading it, but
Yeah.
whoops.
Oh, let's talk about that real quick. We'll go back into favorite tropes. But if you reread a book that you haven't read like this year, but like say you read it last year, do you count that towards your book goal?
Yeah, every
Okay.
time. Even if I've already read it this year and I reread it this year, because I have certain books that I'll reread multiple times a year, I count it every time as a separate book because I'm still reading it again.
Yeah, and it's still still reading a whole book. So like I agree. I'm the same way. I'm like, it counts.
I feel like this is a hot take right here. A
Yeah.
hot take is counting a book that you've already read this year.
Hot takes with Sarah and M.
Maybe that'll be the title of this episode.
Yes. A few more hot takes. Let's see. I love forbidden romances. That is
Oh.
one of my favorite tropes. Whether it be like, oh, like best friend's brother, you know, or like prince and like someone,
like peasant or something.
Yes. I couldn't think of the word.
Well, our next topic is retellings, and I love a Cinderella retelling, and that's the prince and the princess. Well,
Yes.
like the prince and the peasant.
Yeah.
And I love it. Love it.
I love a good Beauty and the Beast retelling.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Always. I really want to read the Hooked series, like by Emily McIntyre.
Okay, I've heard about that one, but I haven't read that one.
So they're all like modern retellings of like Peter Pan, Captain Hook, Cinderella, Jasmine in Aladdin.
Ooh.
And I think Belle is one of them. Like she has so many of them. And I started reading Hooked, and then like I got sidetracked because Onyx Storm came out. So I have to go back to it. But I did hear it's really good. I hear it has some like weird like trigger warnings in it. So like if you want to read it, like check out the trigger warnings first. But I did hear it was a good book, and I have read one of her books before, not that series, but a different one, and I do love her writing. But yeah, love reading.
I have not read those ones. I love, I wrote them down on my little notes. because I forgot to put them on the computer in my notes. So after I printed it, I had to write them off. I love Enchanted. So I love the movie with Anne Hathaway, but I like the book series it's based on.
Oh, I didn't know it was a book series.
And that book is upstairs, so I'm not going to go get it because it's hot up there because we don't have AC. But it's written by an author that I adore. And it's not Enchanted. It's well, I do like Enchanted. But that's not with Anne Hathaway. It's not the one I'm thinking of. But Enchanted is a good one. And I think it's also based off the movie. Funnily enough, she's also in Hoodwinked. She's in Princess Diaries. She is in Ella Enchanted. That's the one.
Yes.
Not Enchanted. Ella Enchanted.
Love that movie.
And I was looking this up so that I could find the author of the book. Apparently I'm a mess over here.
Because I did know Ella Enchanted was based off a book, but I didn't know Enchanted was, so that makes much more sense. I was like, I need to go read the book Enchanted. But Enchanted is just like, isn't it like a Cinderella knockoff, like, basically, Enchanted?
It is. Oh, it's written by Gail Carson Levine, who is iconic. I love her. She also wrote Fairest, which is Snow White, and it's in the same series, like they're companion books.
Oh, okay.
And then I feel like there's a third one. Maybe not. Oh, The Two Princesses of Bamar, A Tale of Two Castles. She's done a ton of retellings, and not all of them are in the same universe, I guess, or same series, but highly recommend Gail Carson Levine. Love her so much.
Sorry.
In the Instagram post.
Yeah, I'll have to crop all the shit that's in the picture, but yeah, we can include it. I'm in the middle of cleaning this room because I'm painting my bedroom, so everything is like from my bedroom in here. But yeah, I looked over and I'm like, why is he up there?
It's because of the guinea pig.
Yeah, because he wants the hay. Because he has hay in his own cage, but he wants the other person's hay. I was like, eat your own. Okay. Back at it.
Let's see. Okay, Princess of the Midnight Ball. Have you read that trilogy? It's like YA. You need to. I can't tell you how much you need to read this. It is by Princess of the Midnight Ball, Jessica Day George, who I also really adore. I have read a couple of her things. She wrote Entwined, and she wrote some other ones. So it's a trilogy, and I wish she had written like all 12 of the sisters' stories, but obviously that would be intense. Very good. Very, very good. Then Goose Girl by Shannon Hale. These are all YA recommendations, but these four are YA. Now the next one, Autopsy of a Fairy Tale, is a Criminal Minds inspired closed door romance thriller vibes by Nicole Scarano.
That's on my list.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Nicole Scarano is one of my favorite authors of all time. She is so funny. I love all her reels. She finds the funniest trends to do with all her books.
That's and
recently her mom passed away, and it was incredibly sad, and she has opened up about her grief and trying to be an author, an indie author, and promoting her books and everything. And I just love supporting her. I love shouting her out, especially right now when she doesn't always have the energy to market and everything. But she is one of the best authors, and in every book she writes a dog character based off of her dog. And And so I just adore
I love
her.
that.
She's my favorite author, one of my favorites. But these have all been fairy tale retellings, and I'm curious if you've read other books retellings. So I love Pride and Prejudice. You know, my Instagram handle is Pride, Prejudice, and Emily. And I love the retellings. So I'm curious, do you have a book like that, a classic sort of situation that has been retold that you really enjoy?
I'm trying to think if I have some. Okay, I don't know if this is like classic, like a retelling, but it's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
a book and they're like rewriting history. So I guess that kind of counts as like a retelling. But I love the book 1963 by Stephen King, about the JFK assassination. Oh, it's 11/22/63. I love it because he retells the JFK assassination, but this man goes back in time to try and stop the assassination. And it's basically
Oh,
what happens if he stops it and how history is rewritten. Like if
that's
JFK never got
fascinating.
assassinated. The book is probably both of these put together. That's how big the book is.
Holy cow.
Yeah. So it's a great book, and it actually was made into a mini series on Hulu. The mini
Oh,
series
cool.
was really good, except it did have like a lot of stuff that was left out. Obviously, like with movies, TV shows, but
Yeah,
they did do a good job.
that's cool.
Yeah, so I really like that. I'm like really into like the whole JFK thing. So I love like books about that.
Is that your conspiracy theory? I feel like everybody has a conspiracy theory that they're like
Yes,
die on that hill sort of
that
vibes.
is mine. I 100% believe that JFK was killed by the government.
Oh yeah. I agree with you on that one.
In
I
that,
have questions.
yeah, yeah, I have questions too. I really do. Or killed not by the government like itself, but like someone
Hmm.
in the government. Like I don't believe that he was killed by the guy that they framed. Like he was
Yeah,
100% framed.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
That is so funny how we've gotten to this point. We got to JFK conspiracy theories.
Yes.
But
What's your conspiracy theory?
okay, well I do love JFK. Well, not love. That's not the right term. But JFK, his assassination is one that I'm like, there's a lot of hinky things there.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to think if there's another one that I'm really ride or die on. Um, I guess that aliens are real. Like I feel like I have to believe aliens are real
Mm.
because like out of the universe, how are we the only ones alive, you know? It feels
Yeah. So I guess I don't like the word aliens because like
mhm.
we've made them look like this whole like weird like do I think
Mm.
other life exists? Like you said, yes. But do I think like these weird looking aliens exist? Like
Yeah,
I don't know
I
about
agree.
that.
The show, what is that called? Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna go
Okay.
ask my husband
Okay.
what this show is called because we watched it together and it was super good and I liked their depiction of other life forms.
Okay.
Funnily enough, my husband was asking me hypothetically if um, he got me a book for my birthday, if I had which of the Autopsy of the Fairy Tale series books I had.
Mm.
So
Hypothetically though.
hypothetically, I have 1 and 4, just in case anybody's curious. I'm waiting for 2, 3, 5, and 6.
Don't you love how that happens? You like don't go in order and you have like one like
Yeah.
that happens to me all the time.
Well, here's the thing. So, the way we disseminate Christmas lists, we're just gonna have an offshoot here really quick.
Yeah.
So, me and my husband, we write down the things we want throughout the year. And then when it comes to birthdays and Christmas, we pick things. So, both our parents are divorced. And we both have a ton of siblings. So, I go through and I go, okay, this line is going to this person. This thing is going to this person so that it doesn't get doubled up.
Yeah.
And I asked, so I got Autopsy, and then I asked for 2 and 3, and I asked her 4 from And the person who I asked 4 from got it for me, but the people who I asked 2 and 3 didn't get me that. They got the other, because I send 2 things. I send like a cheaper option and I send a more expensive option.
Yeah.
And they got the cheaper thing, I think. And I was like, darn it. I mean, I'm so grateful because they got me this really meaningful gift that I really love. But also,
Yeah.
darn it, I don't have the full series.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, so this is what happens because Em and I are like very alike, so we just get off topic in this podcast. So like we're just gonna talk about Christmas in August.
yeah. It's just what's happening.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Really quick, I want to tell you my Pride and Prejudice retellings that I love.
Yes.
I have a couple of them, and I'll take a picture and post it on our Instagram feed so you can kind of see them. But I
Fancy.
have several copies of Pride and Prejudice, and then I also have a couple retellings. So I have Pride and Premeditation, I have Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies, and Dawn of the Zombies, and then Sense and Sensibility and Sea Monsters.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a trilogy situation. Now, I don't have this one, but again, I want this one. It's called Darcy Vampire, and it's a vampire retelling, and Darcy's been alive for like 400 years or something, and I love this book. I've reread it like every year since I found it, so I've only reread it like 3 times, but it's super good. And then this is actually a book that I'm currently reading on my Kindle, because I have like 7 books that I'm reading. It just came out last Friday. It's called Shadows of Pemberley by Eloise Arden.
Oh, I saw that.
It's so good. It is very intriguing. That's like my favorite word right now. So Jane is already married. Elizabeth isn't. But she's going to visit Jane close to Pemberley. Like a lot of the things.
Can I give you a hot take?
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, we're not best friends after this. I have never seen Pride and Prejudice.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. We can still be friends. So what we're gonna do is, there's several options. Some people. This is a hot take here, right here. Okay. The community is divided on which Pride and Prejudice is the best. So there's the 6-hour version, and then there's like the 2-hour version, I think, or something. I like both. I like all. I love Colin Firth. I love Keira Knightley. They're actually different ones. I think his name is Matthew McFadden. Is the Darcy and Keira Knightley's one. Mm-hmm. I love it. I think they're both good. I just love Pride and Prejudice so much that I just like both of them. Like, I can't decide because it feels like I'm being a traitor. So
yeah, I have to watch it because it's my mom's favorite movie. Like, she's watched it like so many times throughout the years, so I really should watch it.
Okay. You gotta call your mom. Well, you live with her, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta call across the room to your mom and be like, all right, Mom, I'm doing it. I'm sitting down. Yeah. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna watch this movie together.
Yeah, I'd be like, let's just stop cleaning and just go watch Pride and Prejudice. She's gonna be like, okay.
She'd probably be like, sure.
Yeah. I feel like that's the time. So, like, I feel like my Pride and Prejudice, like, that I love is The Notebook, which is, like, classic, whatever. So many girls love The Notebook, but listen, I read the book because I love Nicholas Sparks books.
Yeah.
And so, like, The Notebook, the book is amazing. And then the movie with Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling is amazing. Yeah. And last year, when Sean and I first started dating, he was taking a nap because he got off shift. And I started watching The Notebook in the living room, and he had woken up and he came, and I thought he was going to make me change it. And even he got invested in this movie.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So, we've talked about this before, but I got my husband to agree to this, so I think we need to arrange it, where we bring our men on to talk about things. Because, he's into video games, and, Sean's into video games too. Yeah. And funnily enough, my husband will be like, "Oh, want to watch a rom-com?" And I'm the one that's like, "I can't do it. I can't do it. It's too cringy or whatever." But
Yeah.
like he doesn't care, and I really appreciate how secure in his masculinity he is
Yeah.
because um our good friends are 45 minutes away, so we can't really hang out with them very often.
Yeah.
Um, just the nature of the beast when you live in the Midwest. So my husband's my best friend, and we do a lot of things together, and sometimes that means I don't want to paint my toenails by myself. So I make him sit there and I paint his toenails, and then I paint my toenails, and then I'm very happy. I take pictures, and then I'm good, and he's fine. And he'll watch, the girly movies with me and everything.
Yeah.
Quotation marks around that. And I love it. And I think it's just really fun when when you watch The Notebook and then the guy sits down and goes, "Oh, wow, that's like really good." And then you're like,
Yeah.
exactly.
Exactly. So my favorite thing is Sean did not really like Taylor Swift before we started dating, and like I'm a big Taylor Swift person.
Hmm.
So I was just listening and listening and listening, and then also to Gracie Abrams, and now he
Mm.
sings along with me in the car. And I was like, I love that for me.
That's the best when you have those kind of situations.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, Sarah, I can't believe you told the whole world that I sing to Taylor Swift and Gracie Abrams.
You know what? I think it's good though because we can go. Well, both our husbands work sort of laborious jobs.
Yeah,
Um, my husband's a FedEx driver. He works, 60 hours, and then that's 10 hours or so of like drive time,
yeah,
like commute time, and so that's a lot of heavy lifting and work and stuff. And he's a guy and he likes guy things
yeah.
and but then he'll still come and they're out there. I swear, they're out there. You
They are.
just you just gotta look.
You just gotta find the right one.
Yeah. And they'll find you too. My
Exactly.
we should do a bonus episode. We're gonna do bonus episodes, by the way, because we both talk so
Yes.
much that we've just decided that depending on which conversations we have to cut out, Sarah has to cut out to get the episode down. We'll
Yeah.
just make into little mini episodes. We should talk about how we met our partners.
Oh, yes, that'd be a fun little like episode bonus.
Just like a cute little episode. And then
Yeah.
you've got cute little Jamie now, and that is just
Yes.
so cute too.
Cute little Jamie. That's what I was just looking at my phone because the daycare like
Oh.
updated his like daily activity sheet and sent a picture. That's why I started laughing when you were talking because they sent a picture and he's literally like this sleeping. And I was like, you're sleeping with your mouth open. But I was like, at least he's sleeping because yesterday I
Hey.
picked him up at daycare and they were like, he didn't sleep all day. I was like, okay, great. But he slept at night when I got him home. So I was like, sorry.
A win is a win.
A win is a win. Also, retellings. I want to read A Touch of Darkness, the series by Scarlett St. Clair.
What's
It's
that
like
one?
it's a Hades Persephone retelling, kind of.
Oh.
And I think it's 3 books.
Mhm.
It might be 4, but I've heard really good things about it, so I kind of want to read it.
I like Hades and Persephone retellings. Nicole Scarano has it's called the Pomegranate series, and it's another one. And then there's the comic, the it started as like a webtoons and then it got polished. Lore Olympus. I love Lore Olympus.
I haven't heard of it.
It is really good.
I'll have to check it out.
I think there's 3 published now, but it
Okay.
started as a webtoons, so the episodes are like short, like like Sunday newspaper style comics.
Yeah.
Like, let's see, embroidery projects. I have one that I have a mountain of mending to do. Shame. I feel it. It's okay. I feel it. Like I need to fix a couple shirts, pants, hem some pants. Like there's a whole host of things. The actual embroidery I got for Christmas, and my birthday, I've got like a whole host of like the you get the thread, the needle, the image and everything, and the fabric, and then you can just embroider.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So I've got one of those. Well, I've actually got like 3 or 4 going on that I keep forgetting that I have one started, so I start a new one, and then I go through my bucket to find, thread or scissors or whatever, and I go,
Yeah.
oh. So I've got this one where it's got like cats and drapes and like carpet. It's really cute, and it's got like a
That is cute.
rocking chair and flower or like greenery, really. So I'll take a picture of it and send it to you because it's really cute. And
Yeah, I'd love
then
to see it.
other projects. Well, I guess a show that I'm watching Lost with my husband. Neither one of us has ever seen it before. We are on episode 6, I think, and wow, there is just so much information, so many flashbacks, all the
Oh,
cliffhangers possible, but
you
we
think
love
there's flashbacks now. Just wait.
it.
That is one of my favorite shows. Literally, you can text me all the time about it if you want. Like when you like be like, "Oh my god, this
I
just
will.
happened." I'll be like, I love that show so much.
You know what? I'll put it on our Fable, and I'll text you in the Fable so people can see what's going on.
Yes, honestly, are you on season 1 still?
Yeah, like we're
Yeah,
on season episode 6 right now.
okay. Because I've been wanting to do a rewatch, so maybe I'll rewatch it, and we can
Yeah,
do it on our Fable.
yeah, that'd be
Okay,
perfect.
yeah. Because I keep seeing like TikTok edits and clips of it, and I'm like, I need to rewatch this.
I told my husband he doesn't want to do this. Oh, sorry, I keep hitting my microphone. I'm not used to it. These are my husband's headphones, so I'm not used to the way they work. But he doesn't really like rewatching stuff. But I love rewatching it, and I saw somebody put together Lost in chronological order, like they re-edited the story. So
Yeah,
I want to find that and watch it once I'm done with the 6th season, so like I can put it all together.
yeah.
I'm very excited.
It's really helpful, and I can't wait till you guys finish it to hear both your take and your husband's take on like the ending, because in my perspective, you either love the ending or you hate the ending and you're super confused.
See, I told so the sister that lent me those books, I was telling her about the show we were watching, and she thought it was really confusing, but her husband, my brother-in-law, apparently loves that show and like
Yeah.
rewatches it.
So the more you rewatch it, the more you'll understand the ending.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm the type of
Because
girl who
yeah,
rewatches, so.
me too. Like my boyfriend, like your husband, he doesn't overthink. Me, I'll rewatch something like 10 million times.
Oh, same.
Yeah, but I will say the more you rewatch, the more things you pick up on that you missed the first time, and the ending makes so much more sense.
Oh goodness. I wish we could binge watch it. We can only watch one episode a night, so
Yeah.
it's gonna take us forever to watch this show. But I'm very excited to get to the end because I just every episode I'm like there's more answers, yet even more questions.
Yeah. Don't you hate when you watch a show like with your husband and then you have to wait for them to watch like the next episode when like you could just like watch it when they're not home?
But
Yeah.
we're watching it together, and I have a huge problem about starting shows and then just like stopping, and my husband loses it. He's like he cannot do that. And
Yeah.
so I am trying really hard to be good because I really like this one, and it's hard for us to find a show we'll watch together.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be good.
See, the roles are reversed on that one for me and Sean because he likes to stop watching shows in the middle and I don't. So I'm like, either I'm gonna watch it with you or without you.
Yep.
Pick one.
I I do this thing where I'll start a movie, and then if halfway through I'm like, oh, I'm kind of bored, I'll just stop it. I'll be like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm done, and my husband will turn and look at me and go, okay. Poor thing has gone through it. I love him, but he
Yeah.
he puts up with me.
I was just
But
gonna
he
say, how do they put up with us? But here's the
does.
thing, we put up with them.
That's true.
So
Give and take, right?
Yeah.
What projects are
Okay.
you working on?
We are painting our bedroom because my bedroom was lime green from middle school. I was 12 years old, 13 years old, and I painted my room lime green. And it's been that way, and I'm gonna be 27. So we are painting it. It's been a project because it's been so hot here, and I don't have AC in my room because I moved the AC into the room we were sleeping in. So now
That
I
makes
have to
sense.
go back to Walmart. I already went there today. Forgot to buy the AC. Go buy an AC, put it in my bedroom so we can finish painting.
That makes sense.
And then my other project I'm working on, I looked over because I'm in the family room where our desks are. And I need to organize the family room because it is crazy, messy. And we haven't been able to sit in here because, like, it's just, there's so much stuff.
Yeah.
So that's my projects right now is painting and then reorganizing everything. And here's the thing, I love organizing stuff, but it has to be like perfect. And I'm trying to like get away from that because
Yeah.
not everything can be perfect all the time.
And getting it perfect can mean it gets expensive too.
Yeah. I was so happy because there's a home store going out of business near me. And it's a chain, so it's not like a I'm sad that family businesses
Yeah.
don't have business. It's like a chain. So like they have like 30 to 70% off. So I was like, oh, time to go.
Time to go. That's right.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Oh, so I'm gonna rewatch Lost, which is funny because I just watched an episode yesterday. And then I have been wanting to rewatch Ghost Whisperer because I love that show.
That's a good one.
I just love Melinda and Jim, and I wish I could find a book that like signified like that kind of relationship. I'm sure they're out there and stuff, but I just love
I'll
that
put it
show.
out on our threads.
Books that give Ghost Whisperer vibes.
Okay.
And then
I have the notes.
I'm still watching Bones. At least someone has notes.
I have been the secretary many a time.
10 out of 10. I'm trying to think. Are you watching anything else besides Lost?
No. I've
No.
got some YouTube channels that I watch pretty religiously.
Oh yeah, throw those in.
Let's see. So they're podcasts. Let me open my phone up. I just put my password in wrong like 3 times. Okay. Get it together, girlfriend. So, I watch the Dad Challenge podcast fairly religiously. He talks a lot about child exploitation in media and how it's gotten worse with the rise of YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and things.
Yeah.
And how, because like a 6-year-old doesn't just get a phone and figure out how to use TikTok, a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
So, he talks a lot about that. So I really like following him, and seeing what's up. And then I really like the Do We Know Them podcast girlies.
Oh, I think I know that one, yeah.
Yeah, Jesse and Lily. They're so funny. And then I watch Swoop. Not as religiously, just every once in a while. They do like documentaries sort of vibes. Okay. So their most recent one was about JoJo Siwa and how like controversial they've been.
Yeah.
And Swoop goes in and talks about the humanity and really tries to bring light to like, so yes, JoJo Siwa has accusations of abuse, which is incredibly important to focus on and make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And JoJo Siwa was exploited as a child by,
she was
the
really
media.
young.
And she was really young.
Yeah.
So I really like Swoop's channel. I like CC Suarez, who does like anti-scam commentary. And then Here for the Clout podcast is with CC Suarez and then Cheryl and Dale. Okay. And then I like Erin Bees. She does anti-MLM content, and I love her so much. She's so funny. She is just iconic. So, those are my recommendations.
I've only heard of one of those, but I'm going to check out the rest of them because you and I are very similar, so I feel like I'll like them. And then I've been listening to EMS 2020, which is like an EMS podcast. It goes over like patient calls, obviously, like, they blur, like, their real patient names, like, they come up
Mhm.
with, like, names and stuff, but they go over calls and how stuff should have gone down versus how it did go down. It's very
Mm.
interesting. And then, obviously, I love listening to Call Her Daddy.
Oh.
I don't listen to every episode, like, I usually listen to, like, the ones where I like the guest,
Mhm.
or, like, if Alex is just by herself, I listen to it, but I was really, I listened to the one with Ellen Pompeo from Grey's Anatomy,
Oh
and
yeah.
then Mariska Hargitay from Law& and
Mhm.
Order SVU. Those ones were really good. And then I'm trying to think. I don't really listen to a lot of other podcasts because I prefer listening to music when I'm doing stuff because I get distracted.
Mhm. I like podcasts because it keeps me focused,
Yeah.
ironically. Well,
Oh,
I
well,
feel like we've covered everything we wanted to talk about.
yeah, I think. Thank you guys for tuning in so much to our third episode. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media. The links are down below in the caption.
Um, on Instagram, you'll see photos of things that we talked about throughout the episode. And next week on Love Lore Lemonade, we'll be diving into our favorite bookstagrammers.